is up, my geeks and freaks? Big Girl Geek here with a brand new review. And tonight I'm here to review The Flash, Season 5, Episode, I think, 21, The Girl with the Red Lightning. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the Geek Gab.
3, 2,
Okay,
1.
so here to review another episode of another episode of corny, another episode of dead, dull, boring The Flash. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. I'm so sorry. This was like my favorite show, and it's just this. I've been trying to hype this show up since last season with the Thinker, and I've been trying to hype up this season, and I'm trying to get myself amped up for next season. I know we're getting a change in showrunners, and I'm hoping and praying that that's going to make a difference, but I don't know. Todd Helbing, who has been the showrunner now for quite some time since Andrew Kreisberg got fired due to sexual harassment of workers over there through all the shows, Supergirl, Arrow, all the Arrowverse shows. He has, since season 3, I think he took over towards like the middle or end of season 3. He has like gotten the show downhill. And I mean, Andrew Kreisberg, obviously a scumbag for sexually harassing everyone, but god darn it, his vision for the show was working the first 3 seasons. Oh my god. And I know some people try to say that they didn't really like season 3, but the reason I felt like they didn't like season 3 was because I don't want to say all of them are racist, not all of them are racist, but a lot of the fans that, I try to stay away from this on this channel, but I get into it on Twitter, a lot of the fans, of course, not a lot of the fans, but there are a majority of fanboys, I'm trying to see how to put this, fanboys that are racist, that didn't like who was cast as Iris, and then there are some fangirls and a couple of fanboys I see on Twitter that want Barry with Caitlyn. So, you know, obviously season 3 was the season of West Allen. They finally got together. There was no more will they, won't they type situation, and that kind of put some of those people off. So that's why I think a lot of people had a problem with season 3. Not a lot, but the people that had the problem with season 3, that's why they had it. And of course the people that are like, that read comics and are enjoying the show, I think had no problem with season 3. Like me, I was like, finally, I hate drama for the sake of drama, teeny drama, bullcrap, will they, won't they. I mean, it was cute for 2 seasons. All right, they're together, fine. Let's just, keep it pushing. And then others had legitimate reasons why they didn't like Savitar's storyline. It didn't really make sense. It was kind of all over the place. Time remnant thing kind of got all mixed up. But all that to say that, I don't know, the season 4, when Todd, I think, had full reign of where the story was going, and season 5, it's just been a mess. I mean, season 4 had its great moments. The crossover I think was great. The Nazi crossover, not great, but it was one of the better crossovers. I think it was good. It felt like kind of like a mini Justice League movie, and it was like back-to-back action. I mean, some issues I had with the Nazi storyline is like, they're Nazis. They invaded an interracial wedding, and nobody said anything about that, and they're racists. I think that was a missed potential storyline. The interrupting of the wedding, trying to get the like Olicity fans and the West Allen fans all riled up, I think that was unnecessary. But overall, season 4, I think Thinker was okay. He was good. He was a good villain. The actor was great. But it kind of was like, it was too much Ralph, not enough Barry. And now with season 5, it's too much Nora, not enough Barry. I hope in season 6 we get back to Barry being the hero. But anyway, again, all that to say, let's get into this episode 521, The Girl with the Red Lightning. As you can tell, I didn't like it, so I won't spend too much time on it because I don't really like to just sit here and badmouth the show for a whole video, but I'm just so disappointed, you guys. It started off with Thawne's countdown finally completed, and he's getting ready to get executed. The security guard's like toying with him, and I'm like, come on, please, don't do that. Every time you mock a prisoner, you know the prisoner's gonna escape. And then plus we already know Thawne's gonna escape, so whatever. And then we see the team coming to the realization that Grace Cicada needs one more thing or something like that, a couple more things to complete her master plan of destroying all metas, not just in Central City, but throughout the whole country. In this episode, Cisco had some stuff to do, and I really appreciated that. Finally, but it's like as a penultimate episode, the episode before your season finale, because next week is the season finale. It, this episode, it wasn't exciting. I wasn't like, oh my god, on the edge of my seat. Like previous episodes, like season 2, right before he had the final battle with Zoom. Season 3's penultimate episode was the fake death of Iris. You were like, oh my god, they lost. He really killed Iris. You couldn't wait to see what the hell was going to happen next episode. Season 1, was it when Eddie died? Was that the penultimate? Eddie died, maybe? I mean, like, and this was just so boring, you guys. I don't even know if I can sit here and really review it. I mean, I usually do this video like right after the show goes off, so everything is fresh in my mind, but I was so drained last night after sitting there and watching it and going live with you guys on Twitter, on some of you guys on Twitter. I had no energy so I don't even remember the order in which things went in this episode. So I just point out some things that stood out and things that I could remember. So I'm sorry if this is all over the place. And I noticed that I think on my channel, The Flash is the most popular of my videos, and I know I get some people that come in, and I think I know who they are, and they just give thumbs down no matter what, which is cool. But I mean, at least explain what do you disagree with me in the comments. And like I said, I love to discuss whether we agree or disagree. I don't care about that. Like, I don't need everyone to agree with me, but I just want to discuss with other fans. Like, I can't be the only one feeling this. I know that there's some people that comment all the time that are, you know, on the same page as me, like Augustus and Drew for you. But God, I don't know. It's just so bad. So yeah, we see Nora connection with Grace comes back into play. She can see Grace, and Grace can see her. Like, they know where each person is at. We saw Captain Singh, who we saw maybe twice this whole season. I love Captain Singh. I mean, they're always bringing somebody into the fold. He might as well figure out Barry's the Flash. And, like, not be on every episode, but you know what I'm saying? Have a bigger role in the comics. Barry being a CSI and that CCPD is so important, and we barely see CCPD because we're always stuck at Star Labs. And he basically tells Joe he's going out to, I don't even know, I can't remember why he said he's not going to be there, but he puts Joe in charge, and he's like, you spearhead giving these meta-humans this cure to get them safe from Cicada. I'm going to go do something else. I can't remember what, honestly. So a bunch of meta-humans show up to CCPD after Iris's story. She runs a story in the Central City Citizen, which we don't see, but we see a news broadcast where it says, according to the newscaster says, according to Central City Citizen, yada yada yada, Cicada, the cure, go to CCPD. And I'm like, yes, Iris's journalism is huge in the comics. That's her story. Besides being the love interest for the Flash and the wife and all, and the mother of the Tornado Twins, she's a journalist. Just like Lois Lane is a journalist. Just like Cara Danvers and Supergirl is a journalist. Just like Cat Grant, she's a journalist. And we've seen her office a couple times. We've seen her kind of building Central City Citizen, but we're not seeing it enough for me. And we're just like hearing it. Oh, according to Central Citizen reports, why can't we see her doing that reporting? Right? Oh, that's driving me crazy. So all the meta-humans come, you know, they get into a fight, they overwhelm Joe. Cecile, well, her powers are dumb. She went from reading minds to getting feelings. She could feel what's going on and all that. And he calms everyone down. So he had like a little mini story, Joe and Cecile, about him being overwhelmed with all this. Sherlock had another little mini story where we see him kissing on the woman, Al Adler, and I'm like, I don't have any emotional connection to them because she was only on for one episode. I do not care about the relationship. It's filler. I don't care. It's stupid to me. I have no emotional connection to them. We only saw a glimpse of that for one episode. Just like Cisco's girlfriend, one episode. Well, Cisco's girlfriend, I think, had 2. But for real, Sherlock's love interest story only had 1 episode. I don't care. He sent her off to keep her safe from Cicada. Whatever. Also, Caitlin spent all her time at CCPD because she was the one administrating the cure to all the metahumans that showed up. The main thing is Nora, the girl with the red lightning. They figure out that all of that negative energy that she's feeling in this episode is actually coming from Cicada and not from her. So there's a couple times where she would zone out when she was with, like, meeting up with girls, Cicada, whatever, in their minds. And she's like, let me help. But Iris and Barry were worried because last time she did it, she kind of got a nosebleed. And she's like, I'm a grown woman. I can make this decision on my own. And I'm like, you a grown woman? Since when have you been a grown woman? This character has been acting like a 12-year-old since the moment she got here. Since the moment she revealed herself this season. Last season when we saw her here and there, she was like, okay. But we knew who she was. But since season 5, episode 1, this girl's been acting like a 12-year-old. Now she wants to pull rank and say, I'm an adult. I'm going to make these decisions on my own. Her and Barry, Iris and Barry agrees to that, whatever. And it's just like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. They had such a missed opportunity with Nora, and it just breaks my heart. I mean, they really could have did Tornado Twins, which would have introduced Bart Allen, and they just dropped the ball on Nora. She took up way too much time. And I love Barry and Iris, and I'm a West Allen fan, like I said on Twitter. I defend them from all the crazies and racists and all that try to talk crap about them just because they want him with someone else, or just because they don't like that Iris was cast as a different race. But no, it's been too much Nora. This show is called The Flash. I'm here for Barry Allen, and I want to know about Barry Allen, his family, yes, Iris and Nora, but I didn't need Nora to take up the whole season. And then we have this huge battle between Girl Cicada and the team, and Cisco is trying to, he even said, I'll breach the device that she's going to use to kill everyone to a dead Earth. But when he gets there, and he gets the device in his hands, he doesn't breach it to a dead Earth. He's like, I can't reach it anywhere because it'll go off to the dead Earth. Who cares if it goes off? It's going off on the dead Earth. Breach it. That didn't make sense. And then he gets in front of the thing. He's like, I don't know what to do. And Sherlock's like, use your mind. Cisco should not have to be told to use his mind. That's how unnecessary these characters are. That's how unnecessary Wells is in any version at this point. And the whole episode, Ralph is like, yeah, something is up with Thawne. He doesn't even know Thawne. He's the one that figures out Thawne's plan, that Thawne needed a dagger the whole time, because at the end of the episode, we see them take the thing off of Thawne that he's been wearing, and he has like a Cicada lightning thing just like this. Ralph! And that was crazy to me. And they're fighting Cicada, Girl Cicada, Grace. They knock Grace out. And they sit there, y'all, and literally just watch her being knocked out. Nobody runs her to the pipeline. Nobody puts on metahuman cuffs. Nobody ties her up. Nobody does anything. They wait for her to wake up. And what happens when she wakes up? She whoops their asses. Killer Frost is supposed to be the one to take care of her. Killer Frost, of course, gets knocked out and is on the floor, eating the floor, licking the floor, as she always does. I mean, Ralph had a little moment where he was fighting, thank God. But Barry gets knocked out like 3 times. Oh my God. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. If there's no change, I really don't know how I can keep watching this show, man, you guys. But I don't know. That's I don't want this video to go on forever, but I'm just so sad because The Flash is my favorite. Like, he's like my favorite DC character. It's like him and Superman. And they just are messing it up. But I hope the new guy next season takes care of business and just really, honestly, sorry to say, cuts the cast in half. It's too many characters, too many powers. It's not allowing the central character, the title character, to be great. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. As always, I can't wait to discuss with you. Until next video, I'm out of here. Big girl geek out. Peace. Hey, where are you going? You just watched a cool video. Subscribe.